Hey everybody, before we get started, make sure you subscribe to the Dream Catchers Fishing YouTube channel. Thanks.
Most of the time, yeah, when you pick up on it again, they're there. I got videos of it. I'll pick up on it, and it'll be heavy, and it's automatically full. Like when that marine trout fished in for $20,000, we had a 7-pounder on at the boat come off at my feet. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, that's a giant. That is a giant. That is a giant.
Oh, flip.
Dude.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
That is a freaking football.
Look at that bass. I'm shaking like a leaf. Freaking giant. How about that right there? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, a giant on the Deps 250. That's unreal. Just got done a trip on Lake Jocassee and had a good day, caught a bunch of fish, but wanted to talk about some footage I got from yesterday and some footage that I've been getting, and that is with a Deps 250 slide swimmer. I've been throwing it a ton and I've been catching a lot of fish on it. You know, without question, my favorite bait is an ABT Homicide Glide. I really like the 9-inch. I like bigger baits just because I think you get more followers. And anyways, that's my ABT and the blueback herring that I really like throwing. And something that, like, the reason why I fell in love with the ABT glide bait is because it has a nose hook. And to me, that nose hook so many fish. Like if we just like zoomed in on this thing, there are so many teeth marks around the head of this bait because so many fish, when they eat a big glide bait, they hit it head first. And you know, the ABTs come with a harness to slide your bait in like this, but what I did when I first started throwing these things, I'm like, okay, cool, it has a head hook, these fish are headshotting it. Those fish would eat it and then see what happens. It would totally not get caught, so I was like, I wonder if I put a snap on it and I let this hook free swing, what happens when those fish headshot it? Look what happens. Yeah, all of a sudden it exposes that hook and makes that hook way more I guess just open for those fish to catch. When they headshot that bait and they suck, when they suck, that bait is going to swing inside their mouth and they're going to get hooked. So in doing that, I started kind of wondering. I'm like, I wonder if I can put a head hook on all of my glide baits, and the answer is no. So you're saying, okay, well, why can't I put a head hook? For the simple reason, this is a vertical line tie. The line tie looks like this, and because it's like that, I can put my snap or another O-ring above it, and then this is now centralized in the bait. So when it's gliding, this is actually finding a centering point. That hook is finding a centering point, so it does not affect the glide of your bait. If you have a horizontal line tie, like a River to Sea S-Waver or a Hinkle Trout or any of the Hinkle baits, they have a horizontal line tie, and that horizontal line tie does not allow you to use a front hook. And think about this. I want you guys to think about this. Fish eat these baits head first. That's how they eat things. Like whenever you see videos of a big bass in another bass's mouth, or you know, like a bass choking on a bluegill, right? It's never back first, right? It's head first. Think about when a bluegill's fins, they face backwards. So when a bass eats it head first, it folds their fins down. They eat trout head first. They eat big herring, big gizzard shad, little carp, whatever they eat, they are eating it head first. So you have to have a head hook. Like so many guys, I talk to so many guys, like, man, one hit it. So what I started to do was like, all right, well, that has a vertical line tie. What else does? The Deps 250. And this is one of the prettiest swimming baits ever, and it is just a bad to the bone bait. It's got such a great glide. Look at the teeth marks all over the head, the chin. You can see teeth marks on the side. Where are all the teeth marks though? The front half of this bait. So what's unique about this is you've got to put a head hook in the front of your Deps 250. I mean, without question. Like, we have caught a lot of fish. Like right now, I'm about to show you guys some footage. This is a big smallmouth that we caught yesterday, and what it do, it hit it head first. A Deps 250, a smallmouth with a mouth barely big enough to get its mouth around this bait. 4-pounder literally smokes it head first and gets that front hook. So here's the deal. I've got a Deps 250 new in the box, and really simple to modify, right? This is like the most simple modification to this bait, and probably the best modification that you'll ever make to this bait. But this is the emerald trout. I'm gonna have to boil that tail a little bit, it's been bent, but literally all I'm taking is an owner hyper wire split ring. I think this is a size, I want to say it's a size 6, right? Needle nose pliers. I'm going to split the split ring and just put it on the bottom. Real simple here, right? So just like that, I'm going to feed that deal on, turn it, and then now I'm going to pull it so it's going to be on. I'm going to leave just enough gap to where I can throw this. Now this is a key. You've got to put this hook on where it's going to lay on the bait like this, but when a fish eats it, when it sucks, it's free to swing. So I want to make sure that hook is going to be laying right. So I've got to put it on like that. And then now I'm going to take the O-ring and finish spiraling it on just like so. All right, just like that. She's on. She just literally, it's almost like it was made to do it. Look at it, it almost kind of like sticks in there perfect, but just enough force, just swing that thing. And when you cast, it pops free. But a lot of people have been asking me, well, does it nick your line? Does it nick your line? No, I throw 25-pound fluorocarbon. I tie a double San Diego jam knot. So I've never had a problem with it cutting up the line. Now, every once in a while, the hook will get wrapped around the line and I'll feel those little pinches and stuff. If it wigs you out, absolutely 100% retie your knot. But this one modification literally has already caught us so many fish. And you know, I catch quite a few fish on this hook. I catch more fish on this hook the standard way than I do this hook, and this hook usually swings and grabs them behind the head or on the outside of the gill plate, but all of the fish have had this hook in their mouth. And like I said, I really got the idea from the ABT homicide glide. Like, I was like, wow, why can't I just throw another split ring or another O-ring on that and put a head hook on that? And that simple modification right there, without question, absolute game changer. And I'm catching so many more fish, because you get a lot of those fish, they headshot, and if they don't headshot far enough, if those fish don't headshot far enough, then the bottom belly hook will not catch them. So now you've eliminated that problem by using a treble hook up front, and now all of a sudden when they headshot it, that thing's free swinging and catching them. You got to use a 2-aught. A 1-aught has a little bit of flex to it. I like to really press those fish, grind on them, and boat flip them, get them in the boat. I don't like playing with them. I play with them when they're in my live well. But anyways, that's how you do it, and that's how you turn your Deps 250 into a more efficient fish catching machine. It's the simplest, easiest, dumbest modification. In fact, you probably would have figured out one day on your own, but your boy is here to help you. So you're welcome. So try that. This one little modification helps me put so many fish in the boat, just like these boogers right here. Check them out.
Chris Zaldane break his rod and put fish in that stuff. See where that box. Don't put the rod in like
Got another one.
Kill it, dude.
Deps 250.